Hey, welcome to another video from SkinnyMedic. I want to show you how to turn this prepaid phone into a GPS, a survival library guide, and emergency communication. I think adding this device here to your vehicle, to your bug out bag, would be a great idea in an emergency situation, grid down situation. It's going to give you access to a GPS. We downloaded maps into this so we can have an idea, of course, where we're at, where we can go. We can have survival PDFs in here to give bushcraft, fire starting. I downloaded a Knots app, so things that I may not be exactly familiar with all the time, we have access to this phone, so we can put this in our bug out bag, put this in our vehicle, so in a grid down emergency situation, we have access to a phone. So the first thing I did was I went to Amazon and I bought this prepaid phone. Now I paid about $20 for this Verizon prepaid phone. So when you buy the phone, they want you to activate it to their prepaid plan because that's how they make money. But I'm going to show you a trick how to get around that so we can get to the home screen and we can use this phone. And these phones have a mini SD storage unit, and that's where we're going to put our PDF files and things like that, give us a little extra storage unit on the phone. So you can pick those up again on Amazon, pretty reasonably priced. So I had a few extra laying around, so we're going to put that in. So here is the mini storage here. Lock the back on. Alright, so we're going to turn our phone on. And of course it's going to come up to the lock screen because they want us to activate the phone on our prepaid plan. So I'm going to show you a trick on how to get around it so we can get to the actual phone. And I'll put the steps below in the description box so you can see that. Alright, so we're here at our home screen. So we're going to do volume up, volume down, and then the back button. So then it takes us to this screen. We're going to set all this up later. I'll do that later. Not now. Done. And there we go. So we're at our home screen. So now this is where we can have full function on the phone as long as we're attached to Wi-Fi. So that's the trick. So I'm going to attach it to my Wi-Fi here at the house and sign in with my Google account. And we're going to show you some things to add to this phone to help it be useful in a bad situation. So now that we have it connected to my home Wi-Fi, I've signed into my Google account. We're going to go download a few apps. I'm going to send you to a link, geekprepper.org. He's got a pretty good list here going of some cool apps to download. So we'll go and I'll show you just a couple of them real quick. So we're going to just type in survival guide, and now he has both of these apps listed as something to download, and they're free. So this is something that we could store on our phone and then have it in an emergency. And then he also has the SAS Survival Guide Lite. So we're going to just go ahead and download that real quick while we're here. Alright, so now we have two apps here on our phone that we could use in case of an emergency. Alright, I don't know if it's going to show up on the screen or not, but here's a couple of the apps we downloaded. So we've got survival apps. I've downloaded my Topo maps as well, and a Knots guide. So this is something that would be very useful in a bug out bag that we could use these apps. Alright, so I'll put a link down again down in the description box for a good source for PDF files you can download. So one of the things I went to is I downloaded first aid manual here. It's in a PDF format, so it's already on the phone, so we don't have to download it, of course, and then we can open it up. And there we go. So we have a full manual here on PDF for references. There's fire starting, there's bushcraft, all kind of PDF formats and files that we could put on this, so in a bad situation, grid down situation, that we could have access to some things that we may not use all the time. So now we've got our apps on here, we've got our PDF files. The important thing, of course, is going to be keep this phone charged and keep it in our bug out bag, keep it in your car for an emergency situation. One of the things I would probably look at adding this would be like a solar panel charger. That way, if it did die in our bug out bag, we could attach the solar panel and charge the battery, of course. So now you have a fully functional GPS. You've got applications on here that will be good for a survival situation. You've got storage for PDF, for knowledge information. You've got tons of uses for this phone, and really overall you don't have a lot invested in the phone. Another option too is to go ahead and get a prepaid card and put it with the phone. That way, in an emergency situation, maybe your phone's not working, there's something issue with your current cell phone, you could activate this phone and use it to get help. So I would go ahead and pre-program this phone with numbers that were important to me. That way I could activate it, call, get help, and survive the bad situation. So I hope this video helps. You never know when you'll be the first responder. Remember, you need the right gear and the right training.